Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe's sudden firing of a deputy because of his disloyalty might bolster Mugabe's wife's political ambition. The dismissal of Vice President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who was considered a possible successor to Mugabe, could open a path to the presidency for Grace Mugabe, who has expressed interest in the presidency over the past 3 years. Now, the ruling ZANU-PF party has two rival factions, Team Lacoste, said to be led by Mnangagwa, and Generation 40, allegedly led by Grace Mugabe, fighting to succeed the president. Robert Mugabe has been in power since Zimbabwe attained independence from Britain in 1980. Now, for more on the political developments in Zimbabwe, I'm joined in studio by VOA Zimbabwe service reporter Blessing Zulu. Blessing. The drama never stops in Zimbabwe.
Galore.
Now, really, to what extent, from what you're hearing, is this a sign of some kind of a rebellion within the party?
I think what this essentially means is that President Robert Mugabe is clearing the way for his wife, Grace Mugabe, to eventually take over. This is why I think many were expecting that Mnangagwa is the shoe-in. He will obviously succeed Mr. Mugabe. But, you know, a day is just too long in politics.
Exactly.
And now he's out.
So there's charges that he was plotting something. Mnangagwa was plotting something against Mugabe, more like a coup. Those are trumped-up charges?
Indeed, you can say that, because on Sunday, the First Lady was the first one to accuse Mnangagwa of plotting this coup. You know, she went back to 1980. She said soon after independence, Mnangagwa was plotting. So why was he not arrested since 1980? This is 2017. And these are the same charges that were preferred against former Vice President Joyce Mujuru. But she was not arrested. You know, they said she was plotting to assassinate President Robert Mugabe. And she's still free, but she's out of the party.
So everyone is here angling for power. If we look at those as two factions, the Lacoste and the Team 40 that is being led by Mugabe's wife, from what you hear from your sources, how powerful are these two groups? Which is more influential within ZANU-PF party?
Within ZANU-PF party, I think the only person who is holding together the party is President Robert Mugabe himself. He might be 93, turning 94 when he wants to contest elections again. But a faction that Mugabe backs is the one that obviously will have an upper hand. As we have seen, this ouster of Mnangagwa, he was very powerful. He had the backing of some army generals, but unfortunately, many people owe their allegiance to Mugabe. Mugabe is the party is Mugabe.
And do you feel like, or rather from what you know, are people willing to embrace the wife just because she is Mugabe's wife?
That is where the problem is. This is why the future is so uncertain, and people are afraid that actually violence might actually break. I think the only person, the glue, is Mugabe. If Mugabe is out, the wife, Grace Mugabe, has no political currents. I think she is, some more veterans have accused her of staging what they are calling a bedroom coup. So once Mugabe is out, I think she is also out.
Just to really try and make him live up to maybe 125 or something.
Indeed. They've even said he can rule from the grave.
From the grave, that's what she said. Well, Blessing, thank you very much
for your insights.
Yes. Well, Blessing Zulu is a VOA Zimbabwe reporter.